Good morning, all of you. The last lecture I discussed regarding the key challenges of IoT systems. And then also I will discuss the various opportunities and what type of risks are covered at the time of designing any embedded systems. So now today I will discuss the identify the key concepts of hardware platforms and the factors influencing its design. All of you know that if you are going to design any systems, you need both type of things like hardware and software. So whenever you're going to design an embedded systems or IT systems, then the software and hardware will be designed concurrently. So for that purpose, we will see that which type of hardware will be used in IoT systems, and also I will discuss which factors affects its design in the terms of hardware. Okay. So the first, if you are thinking about IoT hardware, then the IoT hardware is the hardware utilized in IoT systems includes devices from a remote dashboard, devices for control, servers, routing or bridge devices, and sensors. So there are varieties of hardwares you can able to use. The first thing is you can use with the if you are discussing in general, then the first thing is it is called processing unit. If any systems you are designing, then processing unit will be there. After that, for interfacing the inputs and outputs, you need several devices. You need several types of hardware. So according to applications, you are going to inbuild the design and this hardware perform. So now in the hardware includes the device for a remote dashboard. Now the maximum devices that you are going to design or which you are going to develop, that devices is controlled from the remote areas. Now let us consider if you are implanted on a device in a mountain. So there is no need to leave there. You come to home, rest it, and then you can monitor the devices from the home itself. That is called remote dashboard. Now devices for controls. Let us consider, I will give you an examples from where are you living. I think all are in home due to COVID. But if you are staying very far from your home, it means that very far from your parents, what you will do. And also you have to take care of your parents. So in that situations, you can control several devices which will be IoT devices that is implanted on your home. So in that you can also discuss regarding automatic door controls, or you can see automatic vehicles, anything you can automate it. There is no issue in that. Okay, so you can control the devices and also server. It's a very important role playing in this IoT devices. Whenever you are going to use IoT devices, it means that you are going to changing the information of, or you are going to change the data. So if you are going to change information or if you are going to change the data, what you will do? So in this case, if you are using devices, then you can able to compute all the tasks efficiently. Okay, so in that case, the server is important. So you have to transfer the data. Let us consider I am implanted on the one system that is counting the numbers of people at the railway station. Then if you're sitting at your home, you will see that how many numbers of people are going inside to the railway platform. And also you can see the live. So in this case, the server is important. So you have to design the systems so that it will try to exchange the information very fast. It's not like that, it will work slowly. Let us consider if you have a phone. If the phone is working very slow, you are annoying with this. So IoT devices will be very fast nowadays. Now a routing or a bridge devices. Now something required like if you have 10 devices and you can install in the 10 different places. From all 10 different places, you can take the data. You can route it properly so that you can see all the devices is working fine from one place. And also sensors. So sensor is playing various important roles. For any IoT devices, if you are talking about the input devices, then from the input devices, what will happen? From the input devices, it will take the information from the surroundings. Like if we are talking about the temperature sensors, I will discuss some few sensors also. Then if you want to monitor the temperature from somewhere else in the room, then what you will do? You will just interface the IoT sensor, temperature sensors, and then he will give you all information regarding temperature at 24/7. So in this case, the sensor is very important. Now, these devices manage key tasks and functions. So whatever you are going to design the systems, that design will be perform a certain task. Okay, so you have to monitor these tasks, such as system aviation activations, action specifications, security, communications, and detection to support a specific goals and actions. So there are various types of actions are available. There are various tasks are available. In that task, you can use the either system activations, action specifications, security, communications. Whenever you are installed somewhere in the device, then you have to give a security of that. Otherwise, anyone will can take and he will go there. He will enjoy at home. Okay, so these things you have to keep in mind. Now we will be talking about the IoT sensors. The sensor is important, playing important role in the emergency in the IoT systems. So he will capture all types of informations. Various types of information. Like all of you heard about that automatic car. So how it will run automatic car? So actually what will happen in automatic car, there are various types of sensors right now. Sensors are actuators. So he will sense it according to that inputs, and then this input will be processed, and then he will give information to the actuators, and according to the input, the actuator will work. So the most important hardware in IoT might be sensors. So he's playing a vital role on that. So it's a very important. Now, these devices consist of energy models, power management models, RF models, and sensing models. So these different types of models will be available. Like energy models, we will discuss energy. Okay. Power management model, how much power it will consume. And then if you are thinking about that, in which component you have to supply, how much power you can give with this power management models. RF models. So RF models is used for the communications. Okay. And also sensing models. With the help of the sensing models, we can sense different types of inputs in for the systems. Like if you are talking about that, the RF modules manage communications through their signal processing. Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, radio transmitters, duplexers. So these devices are purchased. With the help of these devices, you can exchange the data with the help of RF modules. So RF module consists of various communications protocols. So I'm talking Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, this is all different types of protocols. So if you're talking about different types of protocols, then what will happen? You have to select any one protocol and then you have to so according to your application or according to your requirement, you have to select which type of RF modules will be selected. Now we will talk about the IoT hardware. So the sensing modules, what will be sensing module? The sensing modules manage sensing through assorted active and passive measurement devices. So this will combine the active and passive devices. Like with the help of this, you can able to provide the any input information to the systems, like various types of sensors are available. With the help of the sensors, you can capture the data and you can send to the processor controllers, or you can send to the processing unit. The processing unit, depending upon the application or depending upon the algorithm, he will do the job. He will do the certain task. So why it is called active devices and passive devices? So in the previous class also, I have given examples with your ATM card or debit card. Okay. Several debit cards are available. In that debit card, chip will be installed. Like SIM card. All of you are aware about that. This chip is having certain informations regarding your account numbers, regarding your balance, all the things. With the help of this chip, you can easily withdraw the money with the help of POS machine. With the help of POS machines, without any pen. I already discussed the NFC technology that is called near field communications. So with this technology, you can pay to the merchant without any PIN card, without any pen, and how much amount you can pay for that, it's vary depending upon it depends upon the bank to bank. Some bank having maximum 2,000, some bank having maximum 5,000. So more than 5,000, you can't able to do the transactions of with the NFC. So this is called, if you now you can see these POS machine and this is the debit card. So debit card doesn't have any power systems. You need not require to the power. So this device is called passive device. So with the help of this passive device, when it comes contact with the active device, this active device will take the information from this passive device. So whenever you're talking about the POS machine, the POS machine is having the power. So it is inverted with the battery, and with the help of this, you can able to transact the money. So now here is a list of some measurement devices which is used in the IoT. Frequently, I have written that. So first I will discuss the accelerometer. So what is the use of accelerometer? So accelerometer it is used to measure the vibrations or acceleration of motion let us consider how can we find that in which what is at what speed how much. So all of you understand about that. How can you measure the speed of a car? How can you measure the speed of a bike? So there are several things. With the help of a speedometer, you are going to measure the speed. But at the same time, if you are going to measure the speed and also with the help of accelerometer, you can able to measure the acceleration of the motion. Now, temperature sensor. With the help of temperature sensors, you can measure the temperature, you can able to measure the temperatures. Magnetometers. So magnetometer is a sensor in which you can able to measure the magnetic field or magnetic dipole moment. So wherever you require to measure the magnetic fields, you can able to measure with the help of magnetometers. And the magnetometer widely used for measuring Earth's magnetic field in geographical survey. Okay. When you are going to survey about the Earth, then at what places how much magnetic field is present, you can able to use magnetometers very well. Now we will talk about the proximity sensors. So proximity sensors is used to detect the presence of nearby objects without any physical contact. Wherever you want to detect the presence of object, you can install air proximity sensors, and this sensor is tell you this side object is there, this side object is there. Like if you are talking about automatic car, in automatic car, nearby, side by, and front and back, proximity sensor will be there. Any object comes nearby car, what will happen? This proximity sensor activates, and this proximity sensor will give information to the controllers, or you can give to the processing unit. Then processing unit will stop the car immediately. So there are varieties of options where you can use this type of proximity sensors in the different applications. Now, if you are talking about the next gyroscope sensors. So gyroscope sensors is used to measure angular velocity, or you can tell that it is measuring maintaining the orientation. If you want to measure the orientation or you want to measure the angular velocity, then you can use the gyroscopes. Now, image sensors. Image sensors. So with the help of image sensors, you can detect the information used to make an image. When you are going to create an image, behind the image, what is there? You can able to sense this type of informations, image information. Now, acoustic sensors. With the help of acoustic sensors, you can measure sound level. Wherever you have to require the measurement of sound level, then you can use the acoustic sensors. Now, light sensors. It will detect the light. Pressure sensors. It will use to detect the pressures. So wherever automatic car is there, in the automatic car, if you want to measure the tire pressures, you have to use the pressure sensors. With the help of pressure sensors, you can able to check that in which tire, how much pressure is there. If any tires having a low pressures, it will inform to the controller this tire is having low pressure. Please refill it like that. And also gas RFID sensors. So what is new gas RFID sensor? Or you can tell that gas sensors. So there are various types of gas sensors will available. With the help of gas sensor, you can able to measure the different types of gas, like oxygens, nitrogens, carbon dioxides. Okay, so these different types of sensors are available. Now you can tell smoke sensors. Whenever you will go in the buildings or you can go into shopping malls, what will happen? There are several types of smoke sensors to be fitted on that. Due to fire or due to any reason, if any smoke is generated, then he will inform that, okay, somewhere fire is there. So you have to check it out. And also, with this sensor, alarm will be fitted. If anything will happen, the alarm start ringing. Humidity sensors. So there are humidity sensors are there. With the help of these sensors, you can able to measure the humidity or you can measure the moistures. Like in the agriculture field, if you want to irrigate the field automatically, where we can plant the moisture sensors or humidity sensors. So you have to measure the humidity sensor of the soil. So if you want to measure the humidity of the soils, what will happen? When the moisture level or humidity level is below the certain threshold value, then the automatically pump will start it and then he will irrigate the fields. Microfluid sensors. So microfluid sensor is used to realize the liquid flow in a micro levels. Okay, so these different types of sensors are available. You can use it, and also there are various sensors are except this. A lot of sensors are available. Depending upon your requirement, you will use these different types of sensors. Now we will consider the following factors at the time of designing IoT systems. So the first is size is small and compact. So whenever you are going to design a system, you have to think about that this device has to be as small as possible. And also it is compact. Now cost. The cost is a big factor. So the cost, if you are designing any systems, the cost will be less. If the cost will be less, it means that everyone will buy. If cost is more, very few people will buy. Let us see the examples. Apple is launched phone. How many if you have Apple iPhone? So very few people have Apple phones in India, correct? So this is the things. If it is costly, then very few people will use. If it is cheaper, then all are going to use that. Now the next is minimalistic power need. So power requirement is there for any devices. So you have to take care of the source of the power also. 90% embedded systems will design which is operated with the battery. Then for the charging, you have some slots are available. So alternate power will be there. Connectivity protocol. So if for IoT systems, connectivity issues will be there. You have to provide the proper protocol so that you can able to exchange the informations very fast and very easy. Deploying IoT products in network unstable. Now, when you are going to talk about the connectivity, several there are variety where so many places are there where network issues will be there. If network issue is there, then we can't able to use this type of IoT systems in very much efficient way. Okay, so the environment creates issues. So you are going to transfer the data, exchanging the informations, then the link will be set up properly, and the speed is very fast. It's not like that we are sending the data, it will take 2 or 3, 4 minutes. Within seconds, you have to transfer. Link stability, and you have to take care of that. Wherever you want to keep the systems, it always has stable internet connection. If the internet connection is stable, it means you can say that the data rate will be stable. And also higher power backup. So except battery, the power backup will be always there. And also power fluctuations. You have to take care of this. If power will fluctuate, the system will affect. And also the efficiency will be decreases. Power failure recovery. It means that for power, you have a keep an alternate option so that if the main power fails, it will take the power from somewhere else. Okay, so these type of things which will affect which these factors which affects its design. Let us consider you are using the GSM SIM card and you can keep the system somewhere else where the network is not proper. Then there is no use. So these things you have to consider. So this is all about the identify the concept of hardware platforms and factors influencing its design. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, please ask.